What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Today we're going to be looking at the MV Drip Drop, as we already mentioned in the premiere, that I always wanted to look at. I just didn't see it. I thought I saw everything from Taman, but I didn't, and that's why we're going to be looking at Drip Drop today. What a word. Drip Drop. Before we start with the video, a big shout out to our sponsor today, Fuko. Make sure to go down into the link below and make sure to use the code Gangila15 to support me, of course, and of course support the new brand as well. I'm wearing the items right now. I really love the cotton feel to it. It's very soft, it's very durable, and I just like it. I like high quality clothes, so make sure to get your 15% off today as well. And of course, if you got any recommendations on videos that you wanted me to look at in the near future, make sure to put them down in the comments below. And of course, if you do enjoy the content you see right now, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you subscribed, and of course be there on the next premiere. So let's start with Drip Drop. Before we start with the video, we have to understand that this is a performance video, not a proper MV, so it's going to be a little bit different. So I would say let's press the play button and see what is in the video. Beautiful drone shot already. I'm a really big fan of drones. I mean, I used to have one up there. I packed it away because I've got a project this weekend, but I love drone shots. They're great for establishments to get a good feel on the environment, and that is fantastic. A lot of contrast though. Okay, they're actually manually... Okay, that is super cool that Taman is standing on top of it. I'm still curious though if he's really standing there or not, so I need to see that in a second. But what I love about drone shots is that they can also be very complicated. You can still see a little bit of a wobble, that they're trying to perfectionize the shot on the go. I mean, let's go back a little bit. You can clearly see, for example, some little movements. They're slowing down now, but it's super, super cool. Hold up, so is Taman actually standing there or not? Yeah, I'm not really sure. Like, it could be, but at the same time, I have a feeling that he was just green screening it because he looks a bit out of place. And if you saw the behind the scenes, just tell me if there is one. We can analyze this together as well. But it looks a bit as if he was really just copied here because the colors don't match 100%. His red is a little bit too red, and also his structure, his pixel density, his crystal clear. Basically, it doesn't really fit to the video. But then again, I might be wrong, and they just did a weird color grade on Taman alone. Also, it looks very unstable to actually sit there. Okay, now I love that with Taman, you always get real locations. You always get real places to really embrace not only Taman and his skill set, but you can also see nature. I think this is one of the best ways of filming. I like studios. I know this is very comfortable, but natural environments are there. You don't have to build them. They're accessible. Film there if you can. Really cool. All of this is so far just one shot as well. Really impressive. Okay, we saw already one cut, but I love that the choreography is also, again, followed by the camera. The camera is making sure that Taman is in the center, but it's also very good that it's following the choreography, that it's following the hand movements, and it's following basically the gestures that they're doing. For example, if someone does this, the camera also moves to that direction, or vice versa to that direction. Also very interesting to see here is that Taman has non-Korean dancers here. Like, is this filmed somewhere else, or... I think this is the only MV that I saw without extra dancers not being Korean. That's maybe there's an answer to it. If you do know, please put it in the comments below. Yeah, this is it. Super cool. Cool. Very hectic. I love that there's a lot of hand movements going on, aka the person holding the camera. You can see the shakes. It really just adds a lot to the video itself. It adds a lot of, you know, texture, a lot of movement. It looks as if you're looking through the eyes of someone actually standing in front of the choreography. That's very nice. It makes the video just so much more alive. Much better than gimbal shots. Like, yeah, I love gimbals. I have one myself, but it's not something you should use at all times. And also look at the framing. It's always really good. I like that Taman is always in the center. And for the rest, the choreography is also really good. Wow. I mean, of course, this edit is done in post, but it looks really cool. I mean, let's just go through it. I mean, click, click, click. You know, you can really see that this is zoomed in. It's not as sharp. It basically loses some of that detail because once you zoom in, you basically go like, let's say from full HD to HD. That is okay. And then it comes out again. It's a bit of an explosion. Really nice. And then all of a sudden it goes to the next scene. Very nice. I always have this feeling as if the video team or the people holding the camera, so the cameramen, want to be actually part of the choreography. And you have to think about it. This is a lot of weight that a person needs to carry during a choreography. So it's impressive, you know, that people like this can hold up with it. I mean, I remember going on to a project and I gave someone all my equipment to hold just for the time being, like literally a minute until I can shake out my hands. And they're like, wait, this is really heavy. You hold this all the time. And I'm like, yeah, the stuff is heavy, but you get used to it. It's basically a bit of a muscle training. Okay, something changed here, and I think that's the color grade. So you can see here that everything is a bit brighter, which is fine. Then it zooms in again, but there's a clear difference in color grade here. Not really sure why this is like that, because if it was me, I always think that you need to make sure that everything is the same brightness and not, but maybe this fixes itself. Let's have a look. Okay, Taemin has changed his clothes. I think that is the reason why they also have a different color grade. I don't know why it is such a drastic color change, but it's there. Maybe a different personality from Taemin. If you do know, again, put it in the comments below. That's the best way for me to find out as well. Really nice. Really cool. You can see that some of the movements, for example, if we go back again here, that some of these movements, these tracking shots, you know, are all done in post, but it looks really good. For example, here, that's all done in post. So you can basically do this on your computer at home as well. All you have to do is make sure that you track Taemin, and then it will be stabilizing him throughout that moment of the shot. Really nice. Very vibrant video though. I'm not sure if the colors, in all honesty, and again, this is only my take on it, I'm not sure if these were the right colors to use, because the sky is just very blue and the sand here is a bit bright. Again, I can only see it from my monitor. Maybe it looks different on a phone, but it's a very bright shot, if that makes sense. Maybe tone it down a little bit would have been great. I mean, it's a great video. Again, we cannot really judge the video purely on it being not an MV. What you have to realize is that this MV is a performance video. And because it's a performance video, it's all about the dancing. It's all about the choreography. From that point of view, all I can say is that they did a good job in capturing the performance. They did that well. But then again, there are some weird inconsistencies that they could have still worked on. I mean, these are great shots. The camera doesn't stand still at all. It keeps on moving with the grooves, which is great. You know, sometimes I think that Taemin is just a robot. Like, we all saw Taemin outside of his performances, outside of him working on videos. He's a very gentle guy. He laughs, he's a bit silly. You know, he's very young. I think this is so amazing to see. Once he gets on video, once he gets on set, he turns into like a robot where his performance is as if his life depends on it. And that's nice to see. There's nothing better than filming someone who really puts his life into that video. And that's just great. You know, it also means a lot more to the people who need to edit the video, make the video. It's great, because if you film someone who is boring, it doesn't really add a lot to you as a as a filmmaker. It doesn't really make you that happy, if I can say so. And I had that experience already in the past as well. Filming boring people is really just boring. It's not interesting. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. there's this weird filter. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there are these red dots. Do you also see it? I'm checking my other monitor as well, but there are these red dots in the sky. It's a really weird what's happening here. I'm curious what filter they used here, but in my opinion, they shouldn't really have done this. This just looks as if the filter is a bit abused, and it just seems that they went a little bit too hard with the settings that causes this. And also, Taman, what are you doing there to the floor? I mean, that's a bit of a weird face you're doing there. It looks like you just you saw something disgusting. Taman, what are you doing? It could even be that they filmed this a little bit at nighttime because there's a lot of grain in the sky. Again, it's really weird. Did they film this on a proper camera, or did they film this like on a GoPro or on a phone? Like, I have a feeling that the camera they used here is not of the highest quality. I mean, it could be. I need to look at the behind the scenes for this, but it seems like they were a bit limited to the tools that they had, and that's fine. I can only imagine that they most likely did this on the go, that's cool. I love that he's still dirty as well. They don't try to hide the dirt. Really, really nice. Bit of a Michael Jackson spin there. Bit of a minor moonwalk going on there. So yeah, guys, this is Drip Drop by Taman, and all I can say is that for a performance video, this is great. You do not want to make a performance video too complicated, though I do have some criticism about the filters they use. It really just seems as if they have different color combinations, as if they didn't really care too much into the color palettes, because if you look at the color grades, they tend to change over time, and on top of that, the sky, for example, those red dots, that normally happens when you're just intensifying a color, and you get these weird artifacts in colors where they shouldn't be happening. For in this case, for example, the red in the clouds. It is not really that good. In all honesty, I would have just said it would have been cooler if they kept it all neutral. They kept the color grade as simple as possible, just to clean it up a little bit, because here it just seems they really had limited amount of resources. The camera was maybe not that good, or the equipment that they could bring along. Maybe this was all just filmed randomly, and they were just like, hey, let's just film this. We're in America right now. Let's just take a few dancers. We perform a little bit. From a filming standpoint, they captured the performance. They win there, but they could have done a little bit better on the editing side. What do you guys actually think of Drip Drop by Taman? Do you enjoy the MV? Do you not enjoy the MV? Do you think they can make a proper MV out of this? If there is one, put it down in the comments below. I'll make sure to check that out as well. But from my point of view, you heard my comments. I like that the performances has gone well, but they could have worked a little bit more in the editing section. Tell me what you guys think, of course. The good, the bad, and maybe I missed something. Maybe there is more video. Maybe there is more context to it. Put it in the comments below. And yeah, guys, if you do enjoy the content you see right now, then please must make sure you hit that like button, make sure you subscribe, and of course, I'd love to see you on the next YouTube video and premiere. And if you haven't yet, please make sure to check out the Patreon. The links are all down below on how you can support the channel. I'll be very grateful, because all my videos just get demonetized for all the music videos that I do. And SM Entertainment, every time I try to upload something from NCT, why does it get banned in Japan? What is going on there? I don't get it, but it is what it is. So thank you very much, guys, and I'll catch you on the next video. I'll see you then.